Hi Virgo, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader. This Virgo is your intuitive reading for the time between the 12th and the 18th of June. I'm going to draw a number of cards. We're going to relate some to love, general and to key energy and experiences over the next week, okay? I've already shuffled and meditated. I'll do a little bit more of that on camera and then we'll get started. Okay, my darlings, so the card at the base of the reading for you guys is the Ten of Swords. Now, the card at the base of the reading is the perspective that we need to see this week or this reading through. And that seems to be the perspective of the transformation of a situation that you've been in. You know, a situation, a long-standing situation that you've, you know, a way of thinking, a way of an attitude that you've had about yourself, a perspective that you've had. It's time that comes to an end this week. Okay, so it's interesting to see. You think of yourself as being betrayed, for example, it's time to stop that. If you think of yourself as a victim, it's time to, whatever it is, we'll see. Okay, so these are our key energies. Yes, key at ki, and we'll look at this one right at the end. We'll look at this one first, and then we've got love here, and then everything other than love, career, money, etc., or we can relate it to love. So you just apply it to your life as you see fit. Okay, so key energy, justice, good. Balance, good. We've got number 10, number 11. We've got the minor arcana equivalent of death here, transformation, a situation changing. In this instance, this isn't a way that you think or perceive something, what you know about something, what you understand something to be. There's a change coming this week, and there's a change that's available this week. The balance, the justice is being restored, okay? We've got growth, we've got movement, we've got gaining wisdom and understanding, gaining clarity, gaining facts. This is that energy. This is Libra's card, isn't it? But it's that energy of getting the answers, receiving the answers, and the answers being the thing that help you to move on from this way of thinking about yourself. You know, someone did something, or someone said something, or you know, something was a certain way and it affected you, it affected your self-esteem, it has affected how you perceive yourself, how you think about yourself. Something's going to come through to change that this week, okay? So with the justice card, that's what tells us balance is restored, which means that there's understanding that we're gaining this week, there's clarity that you're receiving this week, okay? So let's have a look at the first two cards, which we're relating to love. We've got the King of Pentacles and we've got the Death card, okay? So as this is love, I'll relate to star sign, the Zodiac signs first of all. So we've got Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo there with the King of Pentacles. And we've got, I think this is, yeah, Scorpio. I keep forgetting Scorpio, Sagittarius, Scorpio. And is it, anyway, you know the card. So it could be those signs. Now, the interesting thing is about this is that it's looking like there's a transformation coming in a relationship. Now, let me give some examples. It could be a long-standing relationship, okay? This could be a husband, a father figure, it could be that. Represents that. But what about your experiences? So the masculine energies are all about where we put our energy and effort in order to manifest security. So this is, it could be that you are in a situation right now that has seemed secure, or that seemed where you want to be when it comes to love, and you're taking action in order to manifest this security, but there's a change that comes this week. It could be that there's something is revealed this week to you. You find something out this week about something or about someone, or some truth is revealed this week. Because we've got the Death card here, there could be isolation. So it doesn't mean that you're in a relationship and someone's cheating on you, but there's been potentially some isolation from other people, for example, or from a partner, but the isolation has served in a way to help you to change your perspective on a relationship or on relationships in general. There's also another aspect to this as well, which is kind of like there's a way of presenting yourself that actually is not authentic in a sense. It's like you have people, you look like this on the outside, but you feel like this on the inside. And it's like, this is, thank you, Tiny. It's like, this is going to change this week. This is what's transforming this week. So, for example, if you're in a relationship and you've got a partner and you're angry at your partner for some reason, but you pretend to yourself and to your partner that you're not angry at that partner, well, you're going to tell them this week. Or if you are single and you're happy being single and you tell everyone, I'm single because I'm busy, I'm single because I don't need a man, I don't need a woman, I don't need a partner. If you tell people that, but really the reason that you're single is because you are so hurt by a previous relationship, and the thought of being intimate like that with somebody else again just sort of completely leaves you debilitated. You know, it leaves you feeling so hurt and so vulnerable that you don't want to. Then this week we can reveal that, we see that, we know that. It's like this is the energy of things being seen and known and changing, situations how they've been changing in a love situation. But that doesn't necessarily mean, as I said, oh, you're going to break up with someone. It could be the truth of, the knowledge of, you know, something that helps you to be honest with yourself about where you are and about feeling this way. Because I think that this is something that is hidden. Not hidden, but it's not something you don't present like this. People don't see you as someone who feels betrayed, someone who's a victim, someone who is, you know, feels vulnerable, for example. You don't present in that way in any way, shape or form, but that is how you feel. Or that is what you think of yourself, I should say. It's happened before bad, so it's never going to be good. Like it's happened, you know, it's that type of thing that you're experiencing. You will know, because it's you and your mind and your heart and your soul. There's a change in that status quo this week. It might not have to do with anybody else necessarily. It could have something to do with somebody else. It might just be you flipping, changing, understanding. You know, we'll see as we continue with the reading. Tiny, give up. Sorry, you don't even want to know what that dog's doing. So yeah, we've got the Moon card here. These are everything other than love, but we can relate them to love as well and relationships. You know, I've had these cards a few times now, and in various combinations, and it's interesting. Again, you know, we talk about things being revealed with this, with the Moon card, but really with the Moon card, it's as if there's no difference between a dream that you have and the realities that you live in. There's no separation. We can't compartmentalize with the Moon. That's what essentially it comes down to with the Moon card. There's no way of compartmentalizing. There's no way of going, right, well, you know, with my friends I can be this way, with my family I can be this way, with my partner I can be this way, with at work I can be this way. There's no more of that, because there's sort of a sense of running through of your true sort of soul coming out in all situations, and the truth of your desires, you know, being at the forefront, right in your face. The truth of your vulnerabilities being right in your face. That's the truth really of the Moon card, and why it can be so overwhelming. You know, we go swimming in that pool and we howl at the moon, because what do you do with all this information? What do you do with when you know, okay, so all right, and I'm not as strong as I pretend to be, I'm not as strong as I feel, you know, what do you do with all, really, I feel this, and I feel afraid, and I feel vulnerable. You know, what do you do with that situation, with that information? Well, what you do is you sit with it and you experience it, and you allow yourself to come into that realization. You can't, the thing is, the growth, the healing, only comes from awareness. Unless we understand why we felt we had to pretend, and how we have pretended, and why we continue to pretend, whatever it is for you as an individual. That is kind of hard to swallow, but it's also the most necessary thing, because if you don't have that, then you can't move on. You're still going to be here going, oh, I'm in pain, oh, I'm sorry, oh my god, everyone hates me, everyone's no good to me, whatever. You're still going to, but if you don't get to the point where you're like, hang on a minute, if you don't get to the point where you're asking that question, like, why do I feel everyone hates me? What gives me that thought? If you don't ever get to those questions, you don't ever, get to that, to a deeper understanding and awareness, then you're never going to move on. And these are these energies. The temperance energy is the energy of mindfulness, and this is really about being able to engage with your experiences this week, engage with the experiences that you're going through, and what you're energetically going through, what you're emotionally going through, what you're spiritually experiencing, because there's no way to avoid any longer. This is what we're being told this week, not just you, Virgo, all signs, and there's no way to avoid any longer. So another key energy, excellent. So it's good. You see, there's the ability to walk away from something, a difficult, emotional, mental cycle that you've been embroiled in and bogged down by and stuck in almost. There's a way to escape it this week, but the escape, the walking away from negative emotional experiences, or recognizing the impact of these negative emotional experiences, the only way that we can do that is by being mindful, is by recognizing this. As I said, the veil is lifted. There's no difference between what you think could have happened and what you feel and what might have happened and what will happen in the future, whatever. There's no difference. It's all the same. It's all as real as driving to work in the morning or paying your bills on time. It's all the same, the same level of realness. And it's like there's no way to avoid. With Temperance, again, the card of mindfulness, I call this card. I love this card. You're very aware with this card, and you have to be present with your experiences with this Temperance energy. And this is kind of what it's saying. It's saying, this week you've got the opportunity to transform this week. You've got the opportunity to actually become the King of Pentacles. I forgot you're an earth sign, Virgo, sorry. This is your card as well. So you've got the opportunity to truly be a person that actually acts in a way that strengthens and that strengthens you, continually strengthening yourself, and continually manifesting the type of things that you want. You've got the ability to do that this week if you allow yourself to engage with the fact that you feel this way, the fact that you have felt betrayed, the fact that you have things that you need to walk away from, the things that you need to acknowledge that you're carrying with you before you can even walk away from them. So you've got the ability to truly be you, to truly have this strength, to truly have this confidence. You've got the ability to transform into this week, Virgo, if you allow yourself to engage fully with the difficult emotions that need to be released and that need to be acknowledged, because some of you aren't even acknowledging the difficulty of those emotions, why you feel inadequate, why you feel like you have been betrayed, why you think that you are stuck, why you think that all these bad things are happening to you. If you can engage with the difficult whys, you can transform from them. That's what's going to bring through that balance for you. You can walk away from them. That's what's going to bring in that balance for you, okay? And that strength and that stability. Okay, my darling Virgos, I hope you like this video. Give it a thumbs up, please. That's how you support all the YouTubers. That's how you support my channel. Feel free to share this video on your social media, your WhatsApp, your Facebook. And leave me your comments. I will read your comments as always. Don't forget, you can follow Key Wisdom Tarot on Instagram and on Facebook. And the astrology for the month is below. I always write that, so this will give you further information about the month. Thank you so much for being here, my darlings, and I will see you all next week with your new readings. Take care, Virgo. Bye.